Sorry about that, guys. My computer froze on me a little bit. Had to hop back over here to StreamYard. Unfortunately, we have ourselves breaking news as Juan Soto has signed with the New York Mets. Didn't see that one coming. I got my guy NFE backstage with me. What's up, dude? How you doing?
What up, man? How's it going?
Man, be a lot better. I was a lot better 5 minutes ago. Bro, what the heck? Like,
Yeah.
did you see this coming?
I mean, not like that, man. Did you see the updated tweet from Passon? Did you see what it was saying?
Not yet.
No.
I'm just trying to get the computer back running now. What is it saying?
So Soto signed a $765 million contract, 15 years. There's no deferred money, and has escalators that can reach above 800 million. So listen, as much as I wanted Soto back, obviously. I mean, you give him a blank check, but 800 million. I mean, would you have still done it?
Yes.
Yeah.
For him, yeah. Because multiple things. It's not my money. It's as simple as that. Like,
Right.
you just had this dude for a year, and I'm setting up the stream, as I'm doing. Like, appreciate everybody that for your patience. Like I said, the stream crashed right as the Soto news dropped. That's crazy.
How
But
wild is that, man?
massive overpay is what Jacob says. My thing is, it's Juan Soto. Now, next question is going to be, where do the Yankees go from here? Which we'll talk about. Luckily, we thought we were preparing for an all-nighter. Apparently, it just dropped now while the football game is still going on. So, hold on,
Yeah.
I got my boy Aaron Jacobs, who's a Met fan, just voice messaged me.
The Soto experience.
He said, "Here goes the Soto experience." Sighed and said, "It's a lot of money." Well, have yourself a day, New York Met fans, because yeah, they you good? What are you thinking?
I'm just trying to think of. I don't know. I knew it was going to come down to the Yankees and the Mets, man. And
Same.
I knew it was gonna. That's what it was going to be at the end of the day. But well, at this point, Yankees have to pivot now. They don't have a choice. So, who are they going to pivot to? It still remains to be a question. We can't say that the Yankees didn't compete, though. We can't say that Hal didn't want him back. I think Hal did everything he possibly can. I think he went above and beyond and went above his comfort zone too.
Absolutely.
We can't put the blame on Hal whatsoever.
Nope. The one thing I'm gonna say, Hal stood on business.
He did.
He understood, what I'm saying, stuff like that. It's just unfortunate. But the fact of the matter, if it came, obviously we have to wait and see what the Yankees' actual offer is. I'm trying to load up Twitter on the computer, but it's not working. I don't want to freeze anything else. And thanks, shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for popping in. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe to the Ace Avenue and my guy NFE. After the stream, I'll drop his link in the actual description so you guys can follow him there because I had to reset the computer and everything. And thank you, Bucks Raise Bolts, for being a member for 15 months. Says break. Yeah, we heard that. Didn't expect this. Now it's like, where do the Yankees pivot from here? Yankees bid was, Heyman just reported a minute ago, Yankees bid was $760 for 16 years. Soto's a Met. So he took $5 million more for 15 years. That to me goes to show me he wanted to be a Met.
I mean, he wanted to be a Met, and it's probably the money.
Yeah, but the thing about it is too, with this contract, like I was gonna say the same thing with if he would have signed with the Yankees. With these opt-outs that are in there, he's not gonna see the majority of that. Now, granted, he might see more because the market might go up, and but you cross that bridge when it comes. But as of right now, $5 million extra. First, the Yankees offered 16, so he took 15. The Yankees offered 16, so he had a higher AAV with the Mets.
Right. That's what it boiled down to. So because it's going to be if
51.
765, so it's going to be 51.
Yep.
It would have been 47. So it was just slightly beating Otani's current, AAV.
Well, I guess I can get rid of these Soto drops.
Yeah.
not gonna be needing those no more.
I feel
but-
bad for the fans that bought all the Soto jerseys, man.
Dude, I was about to be one of them. If he would have signed, I would have been one of them. My nephew.
Well,
was
I'm saying if he signed, that's a different story. But I'm saying
Yeah.
folks who bought it when he got traded.
my nephew saying fuck him. He's mad because he didn't really get a chance to really like fall in love with him either because of it only being 1 year. But shout out to everybody that's in the chat. What are you guys thinking right now? Where's you guys head at for this move? Steve Cohen, he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of move that he's been waiting for. It's just unfortunate that the Yankees, I don't know if they were given another chance to up the offer. Don't really know, but Donnie said Ace, I said 15, 730. Was I wrong? I don't remember what you were saying, Donnie, to be honest with you. I just know that this was well over what I was saying. It was $100 million more than what I was thinking. And, it's just unfortunate, but yeah. So Juan Soto is a New York Met. So where do the Yankees pivot from here? I'm thinking we're going to start seeing some signings come rather quickly because now you got to pivot to your plan Bs really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of those plan Bs. I mean, the Dodgers they signed Michael Conforto.
Yep.
The Yankees try to go after Teoscar Hernandez. I mean, I wouldn't complain about Teoscar, honestly. That dude's got a sweet bat.
I'm not a fan of Santander.
No, pass on Santander. I don't. I mean,
Fried, I'd be with Fried,
Yeah.
but Yankees need to make a move like
Yeah.
ASAP because
But Jurickson Profar is another good name too.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind, seeing him there in left field. You can move. I mean, with this signing now, now there's other things to think about with the outfield, right? You can move Judge back to right field, right?
Dominguez is center.
Yeah, Dominguez will be in center. Left field is going to be your question mark. So, I mean, you could sign it. The Yankees could sign a guy like Teoscar. They could sign Profar. They could go after one of those guys. I know the Yankees right now have, as far as their plan B goes, I mean, they talked with Corbin Burns. They talked with Max Fried because they do need a little bit of an upgrade in their rotation. So, this is where, hopefully they have a plan B in place, and at least we know the Yankees have money they were willing to spend. So now they could just spend that money elsewhere. They can spread that money around.
Yeah, but I mean, it goes without saying too. But there's no replacing the productivity of a Juan Soto.
Yeah, there isn't, man. There isn't replacing the productivity of a Juan Soto. But and I hate to say it, but it's like, look at the Dodgers, right? Yankees had Juan Soto. He was a big factor, but unfortunately, we all know what happened. I mean, the Dodgers, they still had a good team, but they have they got a solid team too, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, Soto was he was just on a different level, no doubt. But it is what it is. Nothing we could do about it now. So
Yeah, I'm seeing just looking at all the reports. I mean, obviously everybody, this is what everybody's going to want to be talking about right now. And then the plan B is like, where are you going to pivot from here? We still need a first baseman. It's as simple as that. Outfield is one thing, what I'm saying? You got to get productivity from left field because like you were saying, we're probably going to end up moving Judge back over to right. Dominguez will probably get the first shot at center. Left field, we now need a left fielder. Do the Yankees go pivot to Teoscar Hernandez? Do they try to pivot somewhere else? Infield, now, does this allow you to go get Alex Bregman? Do you go make that trade for Cody Bellinger, who can, are you on the phone with, I've heard a lot of other content creators talk about it too. First thing they would do if they lost Soto, they'd be on the phone with Toronto to see what you can get from Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Like, how would you feel about that?
I mean, Vlad Guerrero would be productive, but again, then we're going to face a 1-year situation.
Yeah, same thing that we just went through.
Exactly.
Do we really want to
do we
go through
really
this
want to go
again?
through that, man? I mean, I remember, this was what I was like afraid of, man. Soto, being traded to the Yankees. We have him for 1 year. It was just like, the Yankees should have traded for Corbin Burns too, but that would have been the same thing. Do we want to trade for another player for a 1 year rental? I don't know if I want to do that personally.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not into the Arenado trade.
No.
I'm not into that.
Unless if they eat his contract, then sure. But I'm not, I'm not at that age that he's at the moment. So
yeah, Donnie then says sign Burns and trade for Bellinger. I mean,
the Yankees.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say if the Yankees are willing to give up the 2 draft picks and IFA money.
Yeah.
Because he comes with a QO.
This feels worse than like we always knew that this was a possibility, but this legit feels like a kick in the nuts. I'm just like, because the balance is shifted. I mean, the balance has kind of shifted a little bit. I'm still going to tip my hat to Hal Steinbrenner at the end of the day, because we heard all these reports where it was kind of getting tiresome at the end of the day, like because it was just the same stuff, like a bunch of speculation. And now that it's over, a little bit does kind of feel like a sigh of relief, but I'm still a little bit like, damn. Like I wanted this guy. Like this was a guy that he came in and immediately, made a difference for the Yankees and had great moments. And it sucks that we're only going to get that for a year.
Yeah, again, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad we don't have to keep waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm just done. I'm just like,
this could be me being petty, but he looks ugly as shit in that jersey. Bro, what the hell, man? Like, come on.
And yeah,
that don't even look right.
I agree with Frank Rivera's take here. He's saying people throwing in lots of names. You can't just say, I will take this guy and that guy. You must build a team. I mean, you still got to build a team. It still takes a team to win it. I mean, yeah, again, Soto was a difference maker in that lineup. Like he really was. Unfortunately, they didn't win the World Series, but they still got there.
I just remember all year long that people are like, would you rather lose the World Series and sign Soto? We didn't do any of that. Like,
yeah,
we lost the World Series and we lost Soto, so that's why it feels like a double punch right here. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a loss for the Yankees. Like, not even going to sugarcoat it. Like, there are other things that we can do. But I mean, it's not just the $5 million, Donnie. It's the AAV. What was it? 3.5 more?
Yeah, it's $3.5 million more.
So the fact that it was 3.5 more because let's be honest for a second, right? Does this change the landscape of the Mets? Possibly, but it's yet to be seen. But the brand of the New York Yankees could have easily, he could have easily got that money back from being a New York Yankee. So to me, this kind of does feel like he did want to be a New York Met. Now, hopefully, I don't know, does John Heyman got another trick up his sleeve where he messed up something and, maybe we, I don't know.
And apparently John Morrissey said that Soto has an opt-out after the 5th year.
Mm-hmm. So we get to go through all this again in 5 years?
I mean, if he decides to opt out, which I can see it. But I think the Yankees offer was more than reasonable, though. $760 for 16 years. You can't tell me that they didn't try.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like I said, you tip your hat to Hal. You tip your hat to Hal at the end of the day, because he did what he can do. What did you? We don't know. We know what the Mets. I mean, we know what the Yankees kind of offered, but it was like, we don't know if we got a chance to match it or go above, or if Hal was just like, okay, this is the cutoff point. Enough is enough. Like, if $3.5 million, like I said, to me, makes me think he wants to be a Met, because that shouldn't be the difference of, if you really wanted to be here, you would have been here. It's as simple as that. So,
I think I think it was just the money, man.
Yeah,
just the money. I was just like that guy is gonna. He's going
Which
to
he
go with the
deserved
money.
it because I mean,
Yeah.
look, let's be honest. He deserves every penny. I'm not mad at these players for going to get the most money that they can. And also, in the last stream, I think referee gifted 199 dono because of stream freeze. I didn't get to read it off, but I appreciate you for doing that. Just want to say that. But you know, when he was a Washington National, he turned down what, a $400 million contract.
440 million. Yeah,
He bet on himself.
he did.
Which is fine. Aaron
He
Judge
did.
did the same thing. We didn't knock Aaron Judge, you know what I'm saying, for it either, but it's just unfortunate because like you know, we're the team that ends up losing this situation. What's up, T? Shout out to one of my mods in the chat. T, how you doing? But no doubt, this stinks. So now, I mean, the Met fans are gonna be holding their chest out a little bit high tomorrow. WFAN is gonna be unbearable to listen to.
Oh God, WFN is going to be an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm just
man.
on Twitter, just kind of grasping what everybody was saying. The whole time, though, it kind of felt like, because the Yankees were never in the forefront of we were never like really the flavor of the week. The Mets were, then the Reds, then we heard the Red Sox were, then we heard like the Blue Jays were. We never really heard that the Yankees were the favorites up until like a couple of days ago. And that's kind of what had me buying into, okay, he's going to be a Yankee. But you know, money talks at the end of the day, and Cohen and Howe had a bidding war, and he went to the most money. Does Juan Soto make the Mets a World Series contender? What do you think, NFE?
It depends on what else they do, because there's they still have some other holes. You know what I mean? Like they still need to figure out first base. I mean, does that mean goodbye to Pete Alonso?
Maybe not.
Their pitching rotation, I can't say I'm very confident in. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to bash the Mets. Like good for them. I mean, congratulations to them for signing Juan Soto, but you also got to look at their pitching rotation right now. I mean, they just signed Montas, they signed Clay Holmes, and they're apparently going to make Clay Holmes a starter. I don't know how that's going to turn out. They got Suzuki, but he's you know, he gets hurt. So there is a question with their bullpen. There is a question with first base. You know, so there are, yeah. I mean, there's still some other question marks, and you know, as far as you know, look, as far as Soto signing with the Mets, does that make him guaranteed World Series winners? No, because
it didn't make us guaranteed World Series.
No, it didn't. It made our chances higher. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, going into next season with the way things are going, I mean, shoot, the Dodgers could repeat again for all we know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Even if we retained Juan Soto, I would have been like, okay, cool. Like we great. Like cool, Yankees signed Juan Soto back, but you know, can we get back into the World Series? Can they win a World Series this time around? Can, you know, do the Yankees meet the Dodgers again? You know, so you know, in baseball, you never know, man. And the Yankees have been over the $300 million threshold for, you know, how many years now? You know, they've spent a countless amounts of money on players, and they had nothing to show for it in the last 15 years, unfortunately. So
yeah, because like baseball is not like basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where one person can kind of win it all for you. You do need a team, you know. I mean, Soto was a great piece for us, though. You know what I'm saying? Because that 1-2 tandem of him and Judge, I don't know if he's going to get that with the Mets. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not going to have Aaron. I mean, he had a career year with us for a reason because Aaron Judge was hitting behind him.
Right.
I don't know if he's going to get that same production with the Mets. You know, only time would tell. This isn't me hating on the Mets, but you know, I do get a little petty sometimes, like fuck the Mets, you know. But and I also unfollowed Juan Soto too. That's how petty I am right now. But does it make them a World Series contender? Only time will tell. And there are other like with what we have, there are other moves that they have to make as well. And the Dodgers are looking like a powerhouse over there. They really are. So they're going to continue to add. I expect to see a lot of pieces within, now that the winter meetings is in a full effect, you know what I'm saying, starting tomorrow, people have arrived tonight, stuff like that. I fully expect players that get signed like immediately after this, because Juan Soto was the first domino to fall. Don't be surprised Teoscar Hernandez goes first. Where he goes, Blue Jays might be interested in bringing him back. Yankees might try to throw. Cause see, this is the predicament that I kind of feel like we're in right now. What's up, Dev? Thanks for popping in. Because we just lost out on Soto, right? The Yankees have done their due diligence on some other players. Willie Adames was a plan B that they wanted. You know, he obviously signed with somebody. The Yankees have been interested in pitching as well. So they have done their due diligence with plan Bs. I just fear that now we're going to have to overbid for those plan Bs, because now everybody is going to be trying to snatch them up.
You're right. And these contracts are going to be ridiculous. You know, considering the fact now we saw what Juan Soto was getting, and it could escalate up to $800 million.
Oof.
Like, it's ridiculous. Now these players are going to be like, oh, well, if he got this contract, then, you know, what are you looking to pay us? But, you know, we know baseball contracts are going to be ridiculous. So again, let's see what the Yankees do. I mean, let's see how they come back from this. They're gonna have to go after some guys. I mean, if they sign Teoscar Hernandez, that would be awesome. Like, I wouldn't complain about that. Profar would be another option, I think. But again, you can move Judge back to right field. Dominguez will start center field more than likely. Then left field, man. That's the question. Profar, Teoscar. I mean, I'll take either one of those guys.
I mean, those two guys would definitely have better production from left field than Alex Verdugo, which, you know, at least we hope so. You know, but, you know, that's where we got to pivot now. We got to figure out left field. We got to figure out first base. Second base, you know, we'll see what happens with that. Are they going to keep Jazz at third? Maybe this move. Like, I think I saw you shaking your head on the Bregman move, but a lot of like Yankee fans kind of do want Bregman. Maybe they make an offer to him now. Like, what was it? He said he turned down an extension from Houston because he said he wants around $200 million.
He wants $200 million. I think they offered him like $156 million.
Yeah. So, and then maybe he goes. Maybe you move Jazz. I don't know. You know, Yankees got some things to respond to, but look for them to be busy within the next couple of weeks or next couple of days, because the team is currently constructed isn't good enough to get it done. Right, like right now.
Yeah, no. There's still holes. Listen, even if they sign Juan Soto back, I mean, they still had holes, because I have mentioned that. And listen, that was something that I want to go back to this. You know, I want to pivot back to this. Even during the regular season, during the 2024 season, you know, folks were talking about how the Yankees had holes, even with Juan Soto on the team. So, you know, even with if they got Soto back, and I hope this makes some Yankees fans happy, because some Yankees fans were just like, man, we're going to spend all this money on Juan Soto and they're not going to do anything else. So
I would still rather overpay and have him than not have him. Like, to me, that felt like, because, you know, I haven't gone live as much, but I've been listening. You know what I'm saying? I go on Twitter a lot. Yankee fans like trying to cope with the fact, like, oh, you know, it's okay that we didn't pay him that much. He's a bad defender. He's you know, not that good for average, stuff like that. Like, bullshit. Like, don't try to cope with the fact that, you know, he might leave. Like, if you're okay, I mean, if you're upset that he left, it's fine. It's okay to be upset. There are some people that are upset about it. There are some people that are like, okay, what's the next move? There are some people that, you know, could care less. I can't speak for anybody but myself. I'm a little bit disappointed that he took that offer. You know what I'm saying? It's that he's not back, because I thought he worked well with us. But now it's on to the next. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, you know, am I upset about it? I'm upset. Of course I am. Like, I'm disappointed that it ended up the way it did. But right now it's just, okay, well, what's plan B? Mm-hmm. Like, what is it gonna be? Because Soto's gone. I can't stay upset about it. I can't stay sad about it. It's like, what's done is done. They have to pivot elsewhere and build a team. And
what would your first move be if you were Hal Steinbrenner?
I would have said, I would say go after an outfielder right now. Go after an outfielder. Whether that's Profar, Teoscar, I'd go after one of those guys. And then got to address first base. So, first base, that's a big question mark. I don't know who you go after for first base. I have no idea. You know what I mean? Like, there's names out there, but who, maybe bring somebody in as a 1 year gap or a stopgap, and then you try to go after Murakami next year when he gets posted.
See, that's hard because
Yeah.
The Dodgers are waiting for him to post, especially because that makes so much sense for them because Freeman might be on the way out next year. This could be Freeman's last year as a Dodger, and then all of a sudden,
is this contract?
I'm not sure, but I'm more or less thinking because he's up there in age and those injuries are starting to pile up for him. I don't know. I don't expect this to hit that Japanese market like that because of what they're building over there. Which hats off to them. They're building a conglomerate over there. I think I may have said it a couple times on your channel while you were streaming. And also make sure you guys subscribe to NFE's channel. He does a great job over there. Gives a lot of live Yankee updates, stuff like that, live baseball updates. So if you guys are interested in being kept up to date with that, subscribe to my guy right there.
Appreciate it. Real quick,
Mhm.
Freeman. Oh yeah, so he's under contract he's a free agent in 2028.
Mm-hmm.
So just to throw it out there.
Yeah. I guess what's up, D-Rod? Thanks for popping in. I didn't see your chat. We're having a conversation, so I didn't see it. Well, what's up, D-Rod? Thanks for popping in. Did you expect this to drop tonight, though? Were you thinking about this tonight?
Thinking about what?
That the Soto news would drop tonight?
Honestly, I didn't think it was going to drop tonight. I thought it was going to drop tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to do it with football. Unless they would do it real late, because football's kind of still going on right now.
Yeah, football's still going on. I thought the news would have dropped tomorrow, but whatever. It dropped tonight. I can worry about everything else the rest of the week now.
now it's like for me, I can just sleep in and not have to worry about it because there were times where NFE knows I'm a nighttime person, so it's like I'd wake up at like 10 o'clock, look at my phone, like did any news happen? I'm like, no, go back to sleep. But one way or another, I mean, it's over. Juan Soto's a Met. Congratulations to him. Now we got to think about plan Bs for the Yankees.
Yeah. Well, at least we know that they were being active in other areas. So, at least they weren't just like waiting around for Soto. They were also, looking at other options besides Soto. So they're staying. They were staying active, and they're going to continue staying active. I just hope that they make the right move. So hopefully they can get some guys, man.
Yeah. And pitching is, I mean, would you be so quick to load up on pitching? Because I think you could always use pitching. Like Freed would help tremendously. And I got my guy Hector backstage. What's up, my guy? Hector from Uptown Sports is in the building. What's up, dude?
What's good, my guy? NFV, how you doing, baby?
What up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Just here at the winter meetings. The news broke. The Mets PR team is here. They are all excited as you know what.
You rehearse. It's fine.
Yeah, but still, it's a gloom day in Yankee land. It's a very sad day. Steve Cohen, he just won the back page war, the shift in New York sports, the dynamics when it comes to who runs the town. The Yankees, they need a pivot ASAP.
What were your initial thoughts when it broke?
I was actually with Gary Phillips and Chris Kreisner. We were talking, and then all of a sudden, their phones go off, my phone go off. We see it, and we all run to the media room. I just couldn't believe that it was the Mets. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then seeing all these middle-aged men running to the media room. I'm glad. I'm happy nobody pulled a hamstring.
Yeah, man. So me and my guy NFE are just having a conversation. You know, obviously it pivots to what do the Yankees do next. So in your opinion, what's the next move you think the Yankees need to make?
They need to be aggressive. Garrett Crochet, that's the rumors right now. Um, it's just people are shocked. Initially in the lobby, seeing the numbers 765 over 760. If you break it down, that's like 200K, 250K a season, and that was the difference maker. So I wonder if there was other things attached to the contract that hasn't come to light yet. Because I have to believe that for Hal Steinbrenner for 200K a season, come on, bro. To let him walk to Queens, it's just gonna suck. If you're a Yankee fan driving on the LIE and you have to see now all these billboards with Juan Soto in the Mets uniform, that's gonna suck. But the Yankees, they gotta be aggressive, bro. They gotta pivot hard, gotta be aggressive. Garrett Crochet is the rumor. Christian Walker, obviously, Yankee fans have been calling for him for a while. Cody Bellinger has been a name attached to the Yankees. Are the Yankees willing to trade a prospect? If it's Garrett Crochet, bye Jason Dominguez or Spencer Jones. If it's Garrett Crochet, right? If it's Cody Bellinger, are we giving up a prospect or are we giving up DJ LeMahieu and a prospect so we can offset some of that money just for a little bit? It all comes down to Brian Cashman and his brain trust becoming creative right now. Right now is a crucial
Absolutely.
time in Yankee land. It's put up or shut up.
Yep, absolutely. Which is what we've been talking about. Like the Yankees have done their due diligence, you know what I'm saying? At least they haven't just focused on Soto. They've been trying to do other things, but now's the time that I expect free agents start flying off the board and the Yankees have to be aggressive. And like me and NFE were talking about, you might have to get to the point where you overpay somebody because now it's going to be a bidding war for everybody else. But the plan B is in effect for the Yankees. We got to figure out outfield. We got to figure out first base, second base, maybe add some pitching. I know Max Fried's name has been thrown out there a lot. What do you personally think about him coming to the Yankees?
Um, Listen, if it's Max Fried or Corbin Burns, if we're giving them a 5, 6, 7 year contract, you give them that contract, understanding their best years are going to be the first 3 years of that deal. The last 4 years, you're going to be eating that money, right?
Yep.
So, does it make sense to invest that money that years when you could trade for a young pitcher like Garrett Crochet, who still has 3 years of control, and you could give a contract extension for the next 3 years? You know,
Yeah.
you got to weigh it out. And yes, Frankie, yes, I thought the Yankees would sign Juan Soto. Just know this, it still stinks around Citi Field. All right, it's still Queens. At the end of the day, it's still surrounded by muffler shops. All right, so enjoy yourself. All right, I hope
Yeah.
Juan Soto has fun playing in front of 24,000 fans in the middle of July.
Yeah, I call it shitty field. Yeah, we all, we know that for a reason. But yeah, I mean the Soto thing was a hit, you know what I'm saying? Like me and Effie were talking about. He's going from playing in front of Aaron Judge, one of the best players in the game. And it looks dope. Yo, that view is dope, right? That you have right there. Wherever I
Oh,
think it's
thanks,
on the
bro.
stage. Yeah, you lit up,
Yeah, yeah.
man.
Let
You
me
lit
let
up.
me, let me let me do a little walk around. Let me do a walk around. Let me know if the noise is a little bit too much. I'll mute my end if I have to.
All I hear is you. You good?
Okay, cool. I'm a walk by the Mets PR team.
Kick some trash cans over. Make them clean it
I'm,
up.
I'm such a child.
Me too. I was telling NFE I already unfollowed Juan Soto. I'm like, yeah, fuck that guy.
No, it's
Oh,
funny. I
God.
never even followed him to begin with.
Oh
I,
man.
I was able to talk it up with Jack Curry. He told me to swing back around later on. And then like 3 minutes later, the Juan Soto news dropped. So I'm not sure if he's going to want to talk to me.
Yeah. So, but we're out here hanging out with my guy NFE from the Strike Zone and Hector from Uptown Sports. Make sure you subscribe to both of them. I'll drop both of their links. Oh yeah, it looks lit out there. NFE, man, next year we're gonna have to go, man.
Oh, to the winter meetings?
Yep.
Oh, it's a spring training.
Oh yeah, spring training would be dope too.
Hey guys, if you guys are still live, I'm gonna jump on with Dex from SNY to do a live reaction. If you guys are still on, when I'm done, I'll jump back on with y'all.
By all means, definitely.
All right,
Cool, dude.
all
All
right,
right, well, thank you
later.
for popping on.
No, of course. Shout out to the chat. Like always, make sure you guys support both these beautiful content creators. Support all the different Yankee content creators that are out there. Shout out to my guy Ace. Shout out to NFE. NFE, I promise you, bro, I'm gonna get to Colorado so you can put me through an MMA training session. Okay, my guy.
Hey, as long as
Later,
you don't
y'all.
sleep on that couch, as long as you don't sleep on that couch that everybody wants a piece of, so you good.
Nah, I'm good. That couch, I'm good. I want that couch.
Good. Yeah, it's not
All
working.
right, later, y'all. Shout out to the
All right,
chat.
dude.
Appreciate y'all. Shout out,
I
chat.
appreciate you,
Frankie
man.
Rivera, I still love you, Frankie. Just know that.
All right, dude. That was Hector from Uptown Sports. He is currently live at the winter meetings. That would have been that looks like it's fun out there.
Well,
Like,
he's in Dallas, so it looks like it's pretty active. It's pretty lit up. So I mean, looks
well,
nice out there.
he's not that far from you. Maybe he'll swing by and say what's up, because he's closer to you than he is to home. So
Oh, no doubt, yeah. And I don't know if he
Yeah.
wants to go through an MMA training session, especially with the elevation up here.
yeah, but it was dope to see a good look around, to see, it looks very festive. Looks like it
Yeah.
would definitely be a good time. Something to definitely put on the list. And just to get Hector's reaction, he's a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? I got to feature on his channel. This is his first time coming on here, so make sure you subscribe to both NFE and Hector from Uptown Sports. But yeah, I mean, back to what we were saying as far as like he was saying too, Yankees got to be very aggressive from this point.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Crochet? I saw your face when he was talking about possibly Crochet, but then he said might have to give up Jason Dominguez. I mean, remember dating back to last year, they were talking about Spencer Jones could have been shopped for a Crochet, but he ended up not being moved. What would you think about that?
I mean, now I think it might make a little more sense, right? If they're going to go after a pitcher, but I mean, look, I like Crochet. I just don't know. I'd rather go after Fried. I'd rather go after I'd rather the Yankees go after Max Fried. But now here's a question: with Soto being gone now, does that give Jones an opportunity in the future?
I would say yeah, but he's still a ways away.
I know he's still a ways away.
Yeah.
I understand that, but
Possibly.
Mhm.
But like I had asked you a question on your channel. It's a little concerning him dropping down from in the prospect list. He does strike out a lot. Spencer Jones has to get that strikeout percentage down.
yeah,
Because I believe it's close to 40? Like 40% strikeout rate, something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
He's got to get that down, but the kid is athletic. You know what I'm saying? The kid is super athletic. The one thing that I was going back, and I was saying this from the beginning streams of the Ace Avenue when I was going on lives play-by-play. I was saying the last thing I didn't want to see was the Yankees not really be competitive for Soto, but then flip it and be like, well, because we believe in our young prospects like Dominguez and Spencer Jones. They were competitive with Soto. They just lost out on him. So now to your question, Spencer Jones, I could possibly see him up as early as this year for September call-ups if he rakes a little bit in the minors, but I still think he's probably about a year and a half away from actually being up here.
I could see him being a September call-up if he can improve his numbers, or his strikeout percentage. If he could get that down, man. Because we know he could play he plays very well defensively. When he hits, The guy's got a bat on him. He's got a nice swing. He just needs to, improve on on bringing his strikeout rate down. And I saw you pull up that comment from Lou. I mean, those are the two names that I want the Yankees to go after. One of them, for sure.
Yeah, Profar's 31 too, so wouldn't be bad. Hernandez is younger, right? Let's see.
I got you. So Profar, you said Profar is
31.
They're both 31.
No, Profar is 31. I'm looking up Hernandez's age. Hernandez is 32, so a year apart.
It's a year apart, so you could give either one of those guys like a 4 or 5 year deal, maybe. Because that's probably what they're going to look for.
Oh, okay, D-Rod. I don't know what you're talking about. D-Rod, we're having a conversation. There's, okay. But Donnie says, and on top of that, Donnie and D-Rod's both D's with brown brown letters, so they're both kind of look the same. See how it's the same? It could easily be misinterpreted. Jones' swing is tailor made for Yankee Stadium. I mean, that short right porch, absolutely. Turn into a pull hitter. Yankee Stadium is deeper in left center field, which is why if Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez pan out, you have two young center fielders that can play center field and left field. We're going to need that because that's our biggest part of our ballpark is left center field. Like Judge is, can definitely hold down right field. Jason Dominguez, Spencer Jones actually plays better center field than Jason Dominguez does.
Yeah.
But, we're going to see. We don't know how that's going to pan out. We don't know if the Yankees are going to make moves but Spencer Jones is way in the future, probably like another year or so. But for the immediate, we got to figure out left field. It's as simple as that. Like, can't be worse than Verdugo, but we got to figure that shit out. And as far as first base, like Hector was talking about, Christian Walker's a name that a lot of Yankee fans have been talking about. His name has been out there a lot. So it's like, I don't know, would you go for Walker?
I wouldn't mind Christian Walker. I mean, obviously I wouldn't sign him to like some long-term contract. I mean, he's a little bit on the older side. You give him maybe like a 2-year contract. I'd give him a 2-year.
Yeah. I'm going to disagree with this comment from D-Rod. I think the Yankees prioritize Judge and young players over the money Soto involved. No, because Howe was competitive with the offers. It's not like they were ways apart. Like, what was the initial offer? Who was it? First dude that came out was like, it's only going to be $550. If it would have been hypothetical situation, if Hal Steinbrenner would have only went past $550, like some initial reports, I think it was Randy something that reported it. Then I think I would have been a little more annoyed than I am with Hal Steinbrenner now.
Oh, Randy Miller.
Randy Miller,
who said that he wasn't going to go over 550.
Yeah, and then look at him. He went to 700. Now, there are some fans out there like, you know what? You might as well went the distance because once you went over 700, you went to 700. I just think at the end of the day, Soto didn't want to be a Yankee. I mean, not that he didn't want to be a Yankee. He wanted to be a Met because the money was close enough that you could have easily recruited that somewhere else. So
yeah. Hal absolutely offered more than enough. But at the same time, that comment from D-Rod, he was saying that the Yankees prioritize Judge and young players over the money. I mean, I do remember Hal Steinbrenner earlier in the beginning of the year, he did make a mention of utilizing the minor league system more, like utilizing the young guys more. And trying to get up, and then obviously trying to get under the Cohen threshold because he said that it's not sustainable, and he's right. It's not. I mean, for him, I don't think even as much as money the Yankees make, I'm pretty sure he hates paying the luxury tax. So I mean, what baseball owner gets excited about paying that? You know what I mean? So, I think this is an opportunity here. An opportunity here would be like, okay, well, maybe they could utilize some of the talent that they have in the minor league system. And then try to sign some guys and build a team off of that because, it still takes more than one person to win a World Series, right? And at the end of the day, man, pitching, pitching is necessary. Like pitching is absolutely necessary. And I hate to keep going back to it, but it was just like, the Dodgers, bro, like they had, their bullpen did the job. I mean, their starting pitching wasn't really, I mean, I don't want to say that they were bad, but they still got the job done. So,
yeah,
I think it was just more about the money for Soto. I think he just wanted to go where the money was.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at what Chris McMonagle said, the overnight host from WFAN. The offer was close enough that I thought that he thought he would have stayed a Yankee. That doesn't change the fact that Howe should have matched. Not good enough. And I kind of disagree with that. Like Howe, we don't know if Howe was offered to match that and to last, that last little bit. And then what were you initially saying about the contract too? It has potential to go over 800.
Yeah, it could escalate up to $800 million, which I mean,
incentive based. So we don't even know if the Yankees really had that at all. And we might not know if that was the case, but regardless the case is, Juan Soto's a Met fans, take your victory lap. As of right now, little brother's catching up. Yankees are gonna have to make moves, and it's as simple as that. Like, the moves that we make going forward is gonna show you how invested they are into winning, because we can't go back to what we were not this past year, but the year before that, with it's just Aaron Judge. You know, we're gonna have to get some other players. Would you go the Pete Alonso route?
I don't know, man. I don't know about Pete Alonso.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not sold on it either. You know.
Yeah. I want to listen. I want the Yankees to go after players that are gonna help the team win.
Yep.
I just don't think Pete Alonso could be that guy.
Yeah. To your point that you were talking about earlier too, I meant to say this, where you were like, Hal Steinbrenner was talking about not having to go over the 300 luxury tax.
Yeah.
Like, that was also meaning, you know, having to rely on some of your prospects as well. Like, you need some of your prospects to pan out to kind of overweigh these heavy contracts and, you know, these heavy salaries that we're going to get. But next year, we're going to have like $80 million coming off the books next year. So
They're going to have a lot of money coming off the books. And also, let's not forget, starting in 2026, the Marlins are going to start kicking in $10 million of Giancarlo's contract.
Yeah.
So they got some extra money coming in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not to mention that little extra money that we're getting from Tampa. We don't know how long that's going to happen, how long it's going to take their stadium to do, which they were talking about today, that if the Rays make the playoffs, then the Yankees, Rays, and MLB have to come to some sort of agreement for where they're going to play, because obviously playoff games are bigger. So you can't expect a spring training stadium that holds like, what, 20,000 people to, you know, for a playoff game. So if the Rays were to make it, then I think they have to come up with some other arrangements. But as of right now, the Yankees are getting a little bit of extra money from the Rays. So
yeah, they're getting $15 million from the Rays, and then you know, and you know, let's see what happens. Like you said, what happens if they make the playoffs? I mean, I would think that they would have to use one of the stadiums in probably use like the Marlins Stadium or something in Florida. I mean, I don't. I mean, where else are they going to play?
Oh, easy solution. Just don't make the playoffs, Rays. So
Or
you save
that
everybody
too.
the headache.
Yeah, that too. I mean, and they may not even make the playoffs.
Yeah. Donnie says salary cap is a joke in MLB. It's always going to be there. I mean, because the players you're never going to have a. I think he meant luxury tax. Salary. We don't have a cap in baseball.
There's never going to be a salary cap in baseball.
No, never, because the players make too much. So look at what Ohtani just did, and look at what Soto just did. So we're gonna see who the next player that's gonna be able to get over that top. But congratulations to Soto, though. He's getting, that dude is getting paid.
He's getting paid, man. And we all knew he was going to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, thank you, Jacob.
Yeah, appreciate that, Jacob. Also, Jacob, if you can, drop the link to my social medias as well. I appreciate you. But yeah, this is a tough pill to swallow. The Yankees are going to have to figure out how to pivot soon. Do you think that we get any sort of news as far as Yankees signing anybody or making any types of moves tomorrow? What do you think?
I expect something to happen this week. I don't know if it'll happen tomorrow. I think we're going to have to give it a few days. I know, I'm sure you heard that, the Yankees, they did meet with, or they had a Zoom meeting with Max Fried, and they were supposed to have a second meeting. I don't know when that was supposed to go down.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to wait and see.
Burns tonight. I mean, it'd be a good compilation prize. Wouldn't be, because then it makes the Orioles weaker as well. So.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm a little bit in love with the righty lefty righty lefty righty. If we were to get Fried, I'd throw Cole 1, Fried 2, Luis 3, Rodon 4, and Schmidt 5, only just to make it balance and split them up. That would just be mine. David said Hal is a clown. I disagree. I don't think you can't. It's hard for me, and I'm looking on Yankee Twitter. I see it. Yankee fans are pissed off at Hal. My opinion, I can't speak for them. You guys gonna fan how you want to fan. I think NFE and myself are kind of on the same page. There's nothing to Hal. What more can Hal have done? like hats off to him. I don't think that, he failed this offseason. I just think because the numbers were so close, Soto didn't want to be a Yankee. It's as simple as that. He wanted to be a Met. So can't knock Howell for that.
Hal did everything he could, man. He just went where the money was. It was about the money.
That could be possible. I mean,
$3.5 million though, man. I mean, if it was $20 million, then yeah, you could be upset with Hal, but Hal was right there. So $47 million versus $51 million.
And Andy Martino said the Yankees were in the lead for Soto all through the process. Through the weekend and late afternoon today, Steve Cohen came from the top rope very late and got it done. So it's funny how Yankees were in the lead the entire time, but we never heard that. We always heard the Mets are going to be the favorite, then Boston was a favorite, Toronto was a favorite. So, but we
Boston
never heard that the Yankees were the favorite. Yeah, I'm just looking at Chris Kirshner said. Yeah, we're gonna see, but good luck to him. Hopefully, I never wish ill will on anybody. It was great to have him for a year. Great moments. It's one of my most viewed videos, and I'm gonna be doing a recap of 2024. Soto moments are gonna be on there. It's just unfortunate we're not gonna be able to have more, and he's gonna be donning those ugly ass orange and blue jerseys around New York. You think he's gonna be taking a lot of heat from half the fans in New York City?
When the Mets and Yankees play each other at Yankee Stadium, the Yankees fans are gonna let them hear it.
Which is now gonna be a 3-game set. We got 2 3-game sets now next year. No more 2-2s. So, but you letting him have it, he might fuck around, take that shit personally, and hit a couple home runs against us. You know how he gets down. He ain't got no problem taking the pressure. We saw that.
Yeah, he has no problems. He has no problems with that. He definitely is built. He definitely was built for the Yankees, for Yankee Stadium, for the crowd. But whatever happens, man. I mean, it doesn't guarantee a World Series for the Mets.
No, absolutely. Lou says he was only here for a year, no love lost. A lot of fans like that. Like my nephew's one of them, because of the possibility of this happening, where him leaving, my nephew never really got a chance to really fall in love with Soto. So he kind of enjoyed the Soto moments, but was always like, I don't want to commit, because he didn't want his heart broken. A lot of Yankee fans are probably hearts broken right now, and it's fine. What Martino tweet? Did I just read it? If it's the one where the Yankees were in the lead throughout the process, Jacob, I read that one already. I mean, I'm not seeing any other tweet from Martino. Donnie's saying he's not mad. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you got to move on. It sucks. It'll sting for a couple of days, but we got to see what the Yankees are going to do.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, man. Because at the end of the day, I'm a fan of the team. It's not
the name in front of the jersey, not the back.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, it's not like I'm not Juan Soto's agent, dude. So I have no connection with the players. I don't get paid. I don't get paid from the team or the players and nothing like that.
So you're not like John Heyman with Keith McPherson. That you can tell. That's how you knew this Soto sweepstakes needed to wrap up. People were getting way too hot over this, like for real.
Yeah.
For real. It was getting to the point where it was crazy. I'm like, damn, John Heyman was fighting for his life on Twitter on Friday, I believe. But Donnie says Plan B is now in effect. Yeah, it is. We're gonna have to see what they do. How are the Yankees gonna pivot? They're gonna have to. Like I said, I have a strong suspicion that they're gonna do what they have to do, because they were very aggressive. Because you got to realize, you can't say that, for those that are blaming Howe, you can't say that Howe didn't want to spend the money. Despite having Soto, he still offered Yamamoto a $300 million contract. Yamamoto didn't want to take it. He still offered Soto the highest contract in history. Didn't want to take it. So you can't sit here and say Howe's cheap. He got Garrett Cole. He ended up doing what he had to do to get Aaron Judge here. He's done what he has to do. For the people that are like, he's not his father, I'm gonna start to disagree because he's handling his business. He can't control if these players just don't want to play for the Yankees because the brand might not be what it used to be. You know, now granted, we got to the World Series last year. It was great, but now we have to try to build on that. Losing Soto is a hit. We're not going to be able to replace the productivity of Juan Soto. This is not Moneyball. You're not going to be able to grab 3 or 4 players and say, okay, he's going to give us what Soto did here, what he did here, what he did here. But we're just going to have to hope that the plan Bs pan out, and we're going to have to hope that some of these younger players, like the Anthony Volpes, who took a big step forward in the World Series, we're going to have to hope Austin Wells steps up. It's going to have to be a collective effort. Baseball is a sport where you need an entire team. Juan Soto can't bat 1 through 9. And Aaron Judge can't bat 1 through 9. We need a collective team. And where do the Yankees pivot from here? We're going to have to wait in these next couple of days to find out. I just hope that we end up doing something and not just sitting on our hands, which I don't think they're going to do. I think Hal tried to stand on business this offseason. He said he had ears. He knew what was expected of him. I think he's going to have to do what he has to do. Plan B in full effect. Let's get it. And let's go Yankees. And I hope that we end up facing against Juan Soto in the World Series and Aaron Judge goes fucking crazy. That's what I hope.
Yeah, I mean, you know, none of the free agents that are available can replace Soto's production, but if you could build a team and get quality at bats from these guys, and you know the lineup does their job, and the pitching does what they're supposed to do, they can win it. You know, they can go all the way. So it's just a matter of, you know, they still have to perform as a unit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I mean, that's what it boils down to. I hate going back to the past, but it's just like, if you go back to the past, man, when you think about it, you know, it's like, I hate to bring up the 1998 Yankees, but a lot of those guys, a lot of those players, honestly, you know, I don't think fans and like the beat writers, the folk, you know, a lot of the haters, let's just say, they weren't really giving that team a lot of credit because they didn't have like an A-Rod or a Ken Griffey Jr. at that time. They didn't have Nomar Garciaparra because they weren't praising that Yankees team back then. They weren't. I don't remember, you know, but they didn't have the production that these other guys had, like A-Rod, Griffey, and Nomar, the Yankees players that they had. They were good. They were excellent players, but those other names that I brought up had better numbers. But the Yankees team that they had back then, they were still winning championships.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show it's a team effort. So
yeah. David says the way he sees it, Soto doesn't like something about the Yankees, and seeing players sign on with competitors should be a red flag. I mean, we don't know, you know, and he's not going to come out and say I chose the Mets because the Yankees have a shit farm system or lack fundamentals or stuff like that. It sucks. I mean, he's not going to come out and say that. We're just never going to know. It's just things internally have to get fixed. Like, we see it as fans. We know fundamentally they're not the best sound. We saw it in the World Series. They're going to have to fix that type of stuff. You know, these young players are going to have to step up exponentially.
Yeah.
Ain't going to be Theo. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to Teoscar Hernandez. I really wouldn't.
I mean, he was kind of a Yankee killer when he was
he rakes in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying.
He kicks our ass in Yankee Stadium. I mean, he didn't really do too much in the World Series, but the last 2 years when we faced him, he demolished us. Could be Profar, is what Lou says. I mean,
I wouldn't mind Profar. Profar is actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
I actually like Profar. I wouldn't mind him at all.
Yeah. Well, the thing too, another thing that we need, you know, we need a leadoff hitter. Like, we need to get a guy that is a good leadoff hitter. So now with this, do you think Judge goes back to the two spot?
Depends on what other additions that they make, man. They could move him back to the 2 spot, which tweet was put out by Ken Rosenthal.
Mm-hmm.
So it says Mets can void Soto's opt-out after 5 years by escalating his AAV from $51 million to $55 million over the last 10 years.
So there you go.
So that it was all about the money, man.
Yeah,
it was all about the money. That's what it boiled down to. It had nothing to do with he wanted to go to the Mets. It was the money.
Yeah, because the Mets
But
had to throw money at him because they don't have a really
Yeah.
appealing team. They don't have it, like, in my opinion. This isn't me trying to sound like a hater, but I saw it. I watched a lot of Met games this year. A lot of their wins, they just like they got hot. They played a good brand of baseball, and I think that they did overplay themselves. But their lineup up and down doesn't really scare me like that, even with the addition of Soto. Like,
No,
so they had to. All they had was money.
listen, like Soto was with the Padres, right? That one, for that 1 year. They should have been a powerhouse with the freaking team that they had with Machado, with Soto, with Tatis Jr.
Tatis got suspended too. He missed a lot.
Well,
of time during that
yeah, I
time,
guess
too.
he got suspended. He got popped, but still, like, that should have been a powerhouse team right there, but they weren't. So, again, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I mean, he's a Met. That's it. It's done. It's over. I mean, I wish the Yankees signed him back, but
Yeah,
time to move.
us Yankee Giant fans kind of get kicked in the balls this last couple of
Yeah,
seasons, bro. First Saquon Barkley, now Juan Soto. What's next? Are you a Knick fan? Because I'm not.
I'm definitely a Knick fan.
So Jalen Brunson's going to the Knick rival. He's going to the Nets. Like,
All right,
never know.
sayonara, I guess. Bye-bye.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? But it's, it's on to the next move. Like I said, I don't expect anything to really happen from this point on. Obviously, Soto's going to be the main talking point. Before we head out of here, anything else you want to add on to there?
Nah, not really, man. Appreciate you having me on. Shout out
Always.
to the chat. Yeah. Just make sure you guys subscribe to my guy Ace, man. Ace does a really good job with his channel. I was thinking about going live tonight, but I might just save it for tomorrow just to kind of gather more of my thoughts if anything else comes to my mind.
If you need me to pop on, let me know.
Tomorrow? I'll set. Yeah, I might go live tomorrow just to
Whatever. If you want me to pop on yours, I mean, we could switch. We can take this conversation right over to yours if you want.
like you're saying tomorrow, yeah?
No, like right now. If you
Oh,
want.
right now?
It's up to you. It's your channel.
Oh, I was like, sorry, bro. Shoot, I might. Yeah, I was thinking about just going live on mine too,
Yeah.
and I might just set up the stream and just have at it.
Well, let me know. Like I said, regardless, like I said, I'm down to pop on, and we can continue this conversation over there. But what a season it was for Juan Soto. It was great to have him for a year. A lot of great moments. But unfortunately, he's going across town. He's going to Shitty Field, and he's going to be a Met for the foreseeable future. Where do the Yankees pivot from here is going to be the next question. We gave you our thoughts throughout this conversation, so make sure you guys check that out. Make sure you subscribe to my guy NFE. Thank you to Hector from Uptown Sports for also popping on. Look forward to doing more things with Hector as well and my guy NFE. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe to the Ace Avenue for your Yankee updates, Yankee play-by-play this year. Next year, I should say, for 2025. Hopefully the Yankees will be, bolstered up and ready to go. I'm going to try to do at least maybe once a week, maybe bring on somebody to call the play-by-play with. Would love to have you on a couple of times to do the play-by-play because those are always fun to bring on others as well,
Yeah, definitely, man. I would love to get on some play-by-plays with you. I got some game plans myself, so
Nice.
I'll give a little bit of a spoiler. I do have a new logo.
Oh, shit.
But I will reveal that in January 1st. So everything is kind of next year. So
Do
there'll
I
be a little bit.
get a sneak peek?
You know what, man? I'll give you a sneak peek, bro.
Okay.
I'll send you a text.
I won't share it. Send it to me right now. I want to see it right now. Get my
Yeah.
live reaction on stream.
Yeah, if you share it.
No, I'm not going to share it. and if he be like, as soon as I share it, he's going to be like this. And then dip out. He's going to be like, fuck you, Ace.
Yeah, like screw your channel.
Yeah, right.
I'm just playing.
He's going to unsubscribe, stop being a mod, everything.
Oh man,
You made it or somebody else made it for you?
I made it, man.
Nice.
I just felt I felt that if it was a little more fitting, I just sent it to you.
I just got it. Here it is, chat.
Looks
Looks dope. I like it.
Yeah.
It gets my seal of approval. So come
All right,
January, you guys are gonna have to wait. Actually, you don't have to wait that long. January will be here before you know it. Christmas will be here 2 weeks. Christmas is 2 weeks
23
away.
days. Yeah, I was gonna say 23 days. You'll see the new logo. I'll have a new a new intro and outro too.
Yep.
So it's a little bit more. It's the intro will be a little bit longer, but the reason being is because the beat was dope.
Yeah.
I found the beat and I'm like, dude, I like this beat. So
Okay. Same here. I'm gonna start like my next goal is before the new season, I want to get a new computer.
There you go.
And then just go update, you know what I'm saying, with OBS, you know what I'm saying, get a computer that has a little more power, a little more oomph to it, so I can go OBS the entire time, customize it, new intros, everything. You know what I'm saying? I might keep the intro I have for a little bit longer, only because like I'm still a small channel, so a lot of people still haven't seen it, and it's still pretty dope. The retired numbers countdown. So yeah.
No doubt, man.
So, but I appreciate all of you guys for popping on. NFE, my guy, appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to his channel and hit that like and subscribe to the Ace Avenue for your sports, movies, and more. By yours truly, the Ace. Have a good night, guys. I will see you guys maybe in a couple of days. We'll see what happens. I got to do a couple more posts and we'll see what happens. But as always, thank you for tuning into the Ace Avenue. I am yours truly, the Ace, with my guy, NFE. Adios.
Salute everybody.